Hello and welcome to my book reading series, where I will be reading some of my favorite books. And to start things off, I have here The Eternal Prophecy, which was written by me. Now keep in mind, please, that this was my first book and I wrote it several years ago, and I may have been in something of a rush to get this thing printed, simply because I was very excited to hold my own book physically in my hands. So in any case, without further ado, let's get to it, shall we? The Eternal Prophecy, page 1, Meditations. This life is but a dream, to gather impressions, sensations, emotions, and moments, to use them as building blocks for all eternity hereafter. Death cannot be without life, as the day cannot be without the night. Only darkness lives on without the light. There is light and dark in all of us. We must simply choose which we live by. We can create reality with our mind when we sleep, separated from our body and the shared physical world we currently inhabit. So too will we create our own reality with our memories and experiences when we go to sleep for the last time. For all eternity, before binding to this mortal body, there was something, even if we do not remember, and even if it was nothing. For all eternity hereafter, we will remain, even if it is only a faint echo of what once was, to reach new heights of vibrancy and energy. Like waves of consciousness, we break upon the shores of forgotten lives until we remember that it never ends and never begins. It just is. Wow, so deep. Thank you, God and all the divine, for this gift of being alive, this perfect reflection of perfection in an everlasting moment. Watch over me as you have in the past. Protect all those I love and all those worthy of yours. Keep from us all misfortune and evil. May we be free from disease and dark thoughts. Forgive me for what I have done wrong, if you can. Help me fight the evil that seeks to infect my soul. Show me the light that will burn away the darkness. Praised be your never-ending creation and the beauty of all that is true. May we be worthy of eternity, so that our souls may finally find peace and enlightenment in the future of times long past. I thank you for all that which was given, this paradise and all the beauty within. It is the ultimate reflection of your own beauty and perfection. I shall cherish it always, yours forever and more. Thank you for everything. I love you. Who would have thought? Here we are once again. The bell has tolled and paradise has been regained. I have become you, and the past is yet to pass as the sun gives birth to a new universe. Death of life, the beauty of the night, nothing but a spark of light in the heart of a dying star. For the shadows forever dancing in the image of the light, and all the days that could not be without the night. Beyond comprehension is where now meets then. I wish that you knew that I love you. We never met, but we know each other from forgotten lives and dreams. If there were words for what transpires in my mind, we could transcend space and time. Fancy. Lost in a whirlwind, forever in motion, unleashing oceans of emotions. I can feel what you believe. I am in love with what is not real. Creating worlds in my mind, leaving preconceptions behind. I am here and I am alive. Empty eyes and dying souls, we are lost and alone. But there is so much to live for, if only I knew what it was. Being at peace with Being at peace with the gods and yourself is the most important thing of all. Most likely you will be stuck with yourself for all eternity. Even if it is nothing, you will still have existed and that memory will echo forever. But more likely than that, you will be somewhere else depending on what you have become so far. Being a force for all that is good and right, fair and just, kind and happy, loving and pure. Evil will never win in the end, and even if it did, at some point there would be no more victims and evil would become the most miserable thing that ever existed. I wish you knew how much I care, if only for a moment, to know what it feels like to be me, to be everything and nothing at once, to see the divine perfection of what we have found ourselves in, the very reflection of God in an everlasting moment. You can echo through eternity and know that evil will never kill the soul. It is untouchable, incorruptible, and beyond the vicious desires of the unworthy that seek to destroy what is most beautiful and sacred. They will never kill the light, nor extinguish the flames of love and peace, which was and is always there, deep within yourself. After searching the world for something you could only find in your soul, and then finding you are looking for something inside because there was nothing outside worthwhile. Or is there? Of course there is, but the point is this: if you are good, you're good. So don't worry about it. Be grateful for all that was given. A wise man once knew that there was nothing could happen to him that he was not able to endure. And so all fear disappeared, and death itself posed no more of an enemy than this very moment. Mutually assured self-destruction. That I was so blessed to see all this beauty, everlasting waterfalls in your eyes. Finding yourself calling throughout the ages, trying to find that source where the light of my life was passed on to you. Reaching through the separation of lives, melting into dreams of the waking world as we make sense of it all. So many times we have been here, and here we are again. What a beautiful world. Just ignore the war machine. Forget about all the evil in the world, and it will simply vanish. Love you forever. In the midst of tears and pain, alone in the darkness, empty streets while everyone is asleep, the realization that I will lose everything, this miracle of love and joy, pain and fear. What am I crying about? It seems almost comical all of a sudden, and then I remember that I have been down this road in my mind many times before. There is nothing to fear. Death is not the end, and all the love will not disappear. Just remember myself, and never lose my soul. How fortunate we are to be here. Heaven in hell, and hell in heaven. Eternity is before us no matter what we do. We may not remember because it will kill our mind, but one day we will be ready for salvation and eternal bliss. Death is not real without life, and so it seems obvious that after death comes life, just as it has for so many forgotten lives. All that is left is for us to remember, to finally understand what we truly are. This is paradise. We are the ones who must realize it, or be doomed to suffer again and again. But there is no need to suffer at all. We are here, and that is what matters. Today is just another tomorrow, and when you understand that, the end of time is just the beginning. You will know that there is nothing to fear. Death is just a stepping stone to eternity. We must gather impressions and experiences and be worthy of God's creation, worthy to inherit this paradise. But until then, we must learn to remember and love ourselves, to love God for what was given to us. One day we will remember, and we will no longer need to die, for we have come to accept eternity. Eternity with ourselves, no longer needing to forget everything, only to start again somewhere else. Everything is all right, and it always will be. Darkness and evil will never prevail against the beauty of what is good and pure. It is just a test, a split second in the great course of forever, to find out if we are worthy. Do we love what was given and the one who gave it? Love ourselves and those worthy of love? Do we see the beauty of all around us? Do we not spread pain, fear and anguish? If all was explained and outlined, it would be no test at all. So we must find our way, define what it means to be worthy of God. And in the end, we will know. It does not matter what you call God, gods, Mother Nature, spirits, deities, angels, aliens, or whatever words you know for them. I do not know the true nature of divinity. It does not matter what you call it. All that matters is that there is something beyond our understanding and knowledge. And I, for one, am grateful for whatever it is, because this life is too beautiful to be an accident, to be mere coincidence. We simply do not understand yet, which does not mean that there is nothing to understand, a higher purpose, to be forever and to be truly happy, and at peace with yourself and all else. When, how, or why it began, I do not know. But now that we are here, I believe we always will be. Our bodies in this reality may die, but the driving force that gives motion to our physical form will not. It is up to us to face that fact, eternity with ourselves, trapped with whatever we turn ourselves into, how we apply ourselves and manifest our being in the surrounding world. We are as drops of water in a sea of consciousness that in its totality forms what might be called God or gods, for it is a force of such complexity and power that it sustains our very existence and all the worlds around us. In dreams, we catch glimpses of ourselves in other places, where we dimly remember dreams of a world with flying machines and glass towers reaching for the skies, with unnatural lights and moving pictures, where people are forced into a sort of friendly slavery, with distractions and entertainments to keep the masses from realizing that their years of life are being stolen, traded for numbers on paper. There is so much beauty in the world, everywhere if we are able to see it. The beauty of perfection, that is the reflection of God in this everlasting moment, will never be broken or tainted by the forces of evil and envy. Light and love shall ever triumph. Light and love shall forever triumph over hate and anger by the very nature of their being. Well, that was chapter 1. I hope you enjoyed it. And yes, until the next time, all the best.